In a quiet neighborhood where time moved slowly, two dogs lived across the street from each other. Max, a strong and golden-furred retriever, belonged to Mr. Harris, a grumpy old man who despised his neighbors. Across the road, Bella, a sleek and graceful husky with eyes as blue as the sky, lived with Mrs. Carter, an equally bitter woman who had a long-standing feud with Mr. Harris. Max and Bella spent their days staring at each other through the window, their tails wagging, their hearts longing. They barked in excitement whenever their owners weren't around, their paws pressed against the glass as if trying to break the invisible barrier that kept them apart. They dreamed of running together, of feeling the wind in their fur, of escaping the dull walls that confined them. But their owners made sure that would never happen. One stormy night, as rain poured from the heavens and thunder rumbled like an angry beast, an opportunity arose. Both houses had left their back doors slightly open. A gust of wind pushed them wider, and in that moment, Max and Bella knew it was now or never. They leaped through their doors and raced towards each other, meeting for the first time under the silver glow of the storm. Their hearts pounded with excitement. But before they could celebrate, angry shouts erupted behind them. Their owners had noticed. But Max and Bella weren't turning back. Side by side, they bolted into the night, leaving their past lives behind. The city was a dangerous place for runaway dogs. Cars zoomed past, their horns blaring. Rain made the roads slippery, and they had no idea where they were going. But they had each other. As they reached a dark alley, shadows moved swiftly. Two men appeared, their eyes gleaming with greed. "Look what we have here," one of them sneered. "Purebreds. We can sell them for a fortune." Max growled, stepping in front of Bella protectively. But the men lunged. One grabbed Bella by the collar, pulling her away. She yelped, struggling against his grip. Rage surged through Max. He bared his teeth and, with all his strength, bit down on the man's wrist. The attacker screamed, letting go of Bella. Bella didn't waste a second. She sank her sharp teeth into the other man's leg, making him fall. The two snatchers, now wounded and cursing, stumbled away into the darkness. Panting, Bella looked at Max with admiration. "You saved me," her eyes seemed to say. Max nuzzled her gently. "And you saved me too." Their bond deepened that night. They weren't just two dogs who had escaped. They were survivors, partners, soulmates. Days turned into weeks as they wandered through unfamiliar lands. Hunger gnawed at them, but they shared every scrap they found. When Bella's paws became sore from the rough roads, Max licked them gently, comforting her. When Max grew weak from exhaustion, Bella lay beside him, sharing her warmth. One evening, as they trudged along a dirt path, they noticed a change in the air. The scent of fresh water, of flowers, of freedom filled their noses. They hurried forward, their tired limbs gaining strength from hope. And then they saw it. A valley stretched before them, bathed in golden sunlight. A crystal-clear lake shimmered in the middle, surrounded by lush green meadows filled with flowers and fruit-laden trees. Birds chirped, rabbits hopped freely, and a gentle breeze whispered promises of peace. Max and Bella stepped into their paradise, their tails wagging in disbelief.
"No fences. No chance."
No angry voices telling them they couldn't be together. Here, they could finally live. As the seasons passed, their love flourished. They built a home beneath a large oak tree, where they snuggled together under the stars. They played in the lake, chased butterflies, and one day, their little paradise became even more beautiful. Bella gave birth to a litter of playful, golden-furred pups with dazzling blue eyes. They rolled in the grass, tumbled over each other, and splashed in the water, all while their proud parents watched, their eyes full of love. They had run away from a world that tried to keep them apart. They had faced dangers, pain, and hunger, but in the end, they had found something far greater than freedom. They had found home, and they lived, not just happily, but endlessly, together. Thanks for joining us on today's story. If you love the adventure, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon for more amazing stories right here on Storytime for Now. See you in the next one. And one day, their little paradise became even more beautiful. Bella gave birth to a litter of playful, golden-furred pups with dazzling blue eyes. They rolled in the grass, tumbled over each other, and splashed in the water, all while their proud parents watched, their eyes full of love. They had run away from a world that tried to keep them apart. They had faced dangers, pain, and hunger, but in the end, they had found something far greater than freedom. They had found home, and they lived, not just happily, but endlessly, together. Thanks for joining us on today's story. If you love the adventure, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon for more amazing stories right here on Storytime for Now. See you in the next one.